Hi guys and welcome. So today is Sunday, December 15th. Wow, we're halfway through the month already. All right, I want to show you a little bit about the reversibles because I feel like people will get them right out of the box and be unhappy with them. Only because, and let me get out some scratch papers here, only because they are a little bit different, and to me there is some prep needing to be involved before you stamp with them to get the best results. Let me see, I'm just trying to take out some bigger pieces of cardstock here. All right, let's just go with those. Now, first thing first, and now I've used, excuse me, I used this on my one video, but I didn't use it as a reversible. I have my brown paper bag. Now this is from my favorite Chinese place. There is a cardboard in here, which I like. I like leaving it like that. With any, oh, and look, I didn't clean that off. With any stamp you get that's more solid, whether it's reversible or not, I feel like you have to get that coating off. And by coating, I mean when these are made, and I need a bigger block than what the stamp really is. Because when they go through manufacturing, there's a finishing that's put on them. Some people use the white eraser. You know what, I don't think the cardboard's really even. So I like roughing it up a little bit on a brown paper bag. Some people use the white eraser. Let's see, I guess kind of like this. Some people say they use a nail file or emery board. I do not. I do not use those. And the thing about the reversible side is, remember, the only thing clinging to the block is your actual stamped image. So it may or may not work great. What I like doing when I stamp, and we'll show you this one first. Sorry for the loud noise. I always like stamping my image side first. Let's go ahead. I might just get out another big white piece. Everything is kind of put away because, you know, I had my craft show yesterday, so I don't have a lot of things organized here. So I like to always stamp the actual image side first. All right. Now, I'm going to peel this off. The thing about this is when you're using the reversible side, if it's not completely uniform, it's going to be a little off, and that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to try to bend it this way a little. Now, it may or may not stay, only because, remember, we don't have a lot of surface sticking to that board. So as you can see, I'm going to be a little bit off. So I am not even going to ink the stem part. I'm just going to ink this shadow part. And on reversibles, I like stamping off once or twice. And then we're going to go over like that. So see, it gives a little bit of a background. Now, like I said, if it's not a completely symmetrical stamp, you're going to have to wiggle a little bit. Now, some people like to actually do, ooh, that was quite the mess. That was a very solid color to use. Some people like to actually do the shadow part first. I find that I like using the image side just because at least then I know if I got a good stamping or not. If you do the back side, the reversible part, the shadow part first and then stamp this, if this isn't stamped right, then you've done twice the stamping and still have to turn your page over. All right, so that's that one. Let's go ahead, get out the next one. Let's do this one. This one's a little tiny baby. Let me see what I have left over here in my block area to took a lot of them with me yesterday. So I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do that side first. Let me go ahead and clean this off this time so I don't get as much ink on my fingers. All right. Now, I don't think I've roughed up this side. So let me just going to go ahead, just kind of lightly rub it on that paper sack. All right, and let's go ahead, get a couple inkings off of there, and then go over it. So you see that one's a little more symmetrical. Ooh, is it going to focus? Let me put my hand up there so it focuses. There you go. So see, it's a little more symmetrical. So you get a little bit more, and I should have put like tape, Scotch tape on there first to block off that. All right, so there's that one. We've already done this one. Did I wipe this off? No idea. Okay, next one we're going to use, and my hands are still all dirty. Let's go ahead and use this one. Let's see here. I'm going to do my solid side first. You know what? I think I'm going to do, because this is such a dark color, you have to stamp off so many times. Let me go ahead. I'm going to go over here to the olive green. Olive. Why did I call it olive green? It's old olive. How dare I disrespect my Aunt Olive. May she rest in peace. All right. So then I'm putting that on the block. I'm going to go into the old olive. Stamp. Ooh. Wow. Sorry. That was loud. Stamp off a couple times. You have a lot of stamping surface there. And go over. I was a little off. But then again, you can see how that lightly goes underneath and gives that little shadow color. All right. And the reason I'm doing this is because I feel sometimes, well, let's do this big leaf. I feel sometimes when you see people showing these on their videos, they practice a lot with them. And I want to show you right out of the box what you can expect. Now, they're great stamps. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get it all over. I'm not making a card today, so it doesn't really matter if I have it all over my fingers, I guess. But I want to show you what goes into it coming straight out of the box. All right, again, here's this one, an old olive. All right, cleaning it off on the side here. Now I'm going to flip it over. Again, I'm going to take some of that color off. Now this one is not going to be a true symmetric because how these are flipped. So it may be a little bit off. So just get the best way that you can. And if I wanted to, I could have probably moved those leaves down a little. But they're attached so much there that they're not. So, but I still think that if you had done this side first, wasn't a very good inking, sorry. Let me clean that off before. You want to make sure you clean this off before you put it back on your block, or else it'll slide on your block. So let's go straight here. And see, I can kind of line it up so it looks, if you go that way first, to get it a little more lined up. But it's not going to be perfect because you have curvature on those leaves that aren't symmetrical when you stamp it. So it's never going to match up perfectly. And that was a bad inking underneath too. Sorry. Oh, you know why? Step one, guys. What did I tell you? I didn't get that finishing off. Let me just kind of rub it on there. All right, let me grab another piece of cardstock. I have a lot laying around, you would think, but can't put my hand on it right now, so I'll just grab another 4 by 12 piece. Let me get some of this off. All right, now let's see if we get a better image. Maybe I'll just do 3 iterations. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of that middle part. Oh, I don't have my block. All right. Now if we go in, you can see how that's turned up there. So I'm going to go slightly like that. It's not going to be perfect because those leaves are not. So if I get the top 3, that kind of is the best. If I get the bottom ones, then the top's going to be way off. So let's line up this one side. So you see, it's not going to be an exact match on these that aren't symmetrical completely, but it gives you enough. And if that really bothers you that you have that much of a hole in the middle, grab your blender and draw some of that color in there to fill in those holes. So see, there you go. All right, so the last 2 I'm going to show you are the 2 flowers from here. I think they're a little bit more lined up. Let me put my blender pen away. So let's go to this one first. Going to do the detail side first. Clean it off over here. So this is the first time. Now you don't have to do this every time, but like I said, the first time I do like doing it just to get some of that finishing off. You also can rub your fingers on it if you want. Your natural oils will help take off some of that finishing. Oh, now I turned it upside down, so let me see if I can figure out. And I should have stamped off once. Let's try that again. We'll stamp off once. So on that darker side, you could go ahead, this darker one, you could use like your crushed curry or your, something like that to really have that show through. All right, and the last one is this. So let's do this side first. Now again, you have your stem here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that stem right in the corner there. So maybe when I go to do the other side, we can get that lined up. Okay. So let's go ahead, go there. I'm going to clean this off. And one thing is with that stem, when we go to rub it on the brown paper bag, the stem's not really going to do anything. It's going to move. See how it's moving? There's not enough surface to keep it onto that stamp. So let's go ahead and get as much of the flower as we can. And then I'm just going to rub that stem with my finger. All right, let's go ahead and put that back in the corner. And let's take off one layer, maybe 2. And let's see how this looks. Oh, sorry, that's very loud. And there you are. All right, so that is reversible stamps. They are, and I'll say this about reversible stamps, the smaller they are, it seems like the better they work. Just because, even though this will get better a long time, you know, as you use them, it will eventually just kind of season itself. But I find the smaller the stamp, the better they seem to really work out well and cover. All right, I have a lot of cleaning up to do today, but maybe I'll try to get back later and just do one card with you. But for now, that's reversible stamps in a nutshell. Thanks for watching, guys. Give me a thumbs up. Tune back in later, see if I have another video out there. I'll try to do it, but like I said, I have to clean. So have a great day, guys. Bye for now.